Billy, can you show us your right hand? Your left hand? Yes.
Yeah.
When they called you this year and told you, Billy, we want you in the Hall of Fame, how was that moment? Because it was a very special moment for you,
Yeah.
but because you were with your buddies. How was that
I was
moment?
in the middle of the ocean on a cruise with my wife. I was,
I guess you were
funny
happy.
story, me and my wife and my mom and my sister, I took my wife on a cruise for her birthday. And my wife kept her phone. Mine I turned off. I left it at home. Didn't want no part of it. So she had hers, and you have to buy, long story short, you have to buy this Wi-Fi. So she had her phone on. Well, Tracy, Brian, Road Dog's wife, was calling my wife or texting my wife, go, Brian's got to talk to him. Got to talk to him. So I'm like he never, like I talk to him all the time still. So I'm like going, look at this spot. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know. Certainly they can't use me. They know I'm hiring. So that certainly can't be it. But so I finally got a hold of him, and he said, "Hey," and now my wife and my son and everybody's around me going, "What?" Like something's wrong. And he told me, and they wanted to tell me because I think it was Sunday I was on, and Monday they wanted to announce it on Raw, so they wanted to tell me before they announced all that stuff. That's why it was such a hurry to tell me. So he told me that they wanted to put us in, and it was cool. It's like people don't really know me, but I'm not a wrestling person. I didn't grow up watching it. I wasn't a fan of it. I just absolutely fell into this by luck. And yeah, it's been awesome for me, and I love it, and I would never change it. I just wish I'd have gotten to it earlier. So it took me a little while to kind of get into it. Not get into it, but understand what was going. Because I think really what was in the back of my mind, if I'm being honest, is I really wanted to go in with Brian first. So, and I'm not putting this down, I'm not saying anything about it, because we went in as a group, and that solidifies what DX was. They were the most awesome faction of all time, in my opinion. But it just puts the stamp on what we did in this business. And we did a lot of great things, and it wasn't wrestling. It was entertainment, it was fun, it was making people want to watch every single week to see the craziness that we would do, which was a lot of fun. So it just puts a stamp on us as a group. But I want to go in with Brian because I feel that we went from nothing. I mean, we went from literally getting fired. We were getting fired when they put us together. So they said, well, here, you guys go do your thing, to being one of the greatest tag teams of all time, entertainment-wise. We were very entertaining. He could talk. We just had great chemistry. So I wanted to go in with Brian first and then do the big thing, because I feel, and I mean that for everybody that's in there. I mean, Sean's already in, but I want Hunter to go, China to go, Kid to go, all of them to go as a separate, and then we could go, because now when I go with Brian, it's my second one, which isn't that bad. It's not that bad of a deal. I'm not saying that it is, but it's just, when you're in once, you're in once, you know what I mean? And please, by no means am I making this a bad thing. It's just kind of, that's what was going through my mind, that they were putting us all in, because it just seemed very strange. But it was good. It's great. It's a great feeling. I love it. I wouldn't trade it for nothing,
2 weeks ago, we were here with PJ Black, and I always ask this question about the future. Who sees him as a future? He told me about Bandito. I'm gonna ask you the same question of you. From the current roster, or maybe the new talent that is coming up, can you see somebody to say, okay, that guy has something? With your experience, can you?
I think MJF. MJF has something. He's got to kind of reel it all together, but as a heel, there's just some things he has to work on. Just everybody there has things they have to work on. And once they tap into that, and you haven't seen him yet, but my kid, my youngest, just got signed with ROH. Amazing. He is absolutely ridiculous. And I'm not saying that because he's my kid. There's just something about him that he's insanely good. But I think MJF, He's the one from the AEW roster that say, of course, besides the Young Bucks and those guys, they're kind of already established. It's just, and Kenny and those, it's just getting a wider audience to get eyes on them. But I think MJF has that thing that as soon as he kind of just comes into his own, he'll be amazing, be really good. He'll be a great heel. Kind of like what Baron Corbin's situation. When he was wrestling and doing all that stuff, people couldn't, like I was saying earlier, they couldn't identify with him. They couldn't get behind him because they have no idea who he is. He's just a great big football player that goes out there and wrestles. Who cares? But once they put him in that manager role at Raw and stuff like that, and people got to know him, boy, he's a monster heel for them now. Plus, he's one of my best friends. But yeah, that's the thing. That's what I mean. If you watch with these people, it's just to be able to identify with them. And once they put him in a role, it's just the same with MJF. Once we figure out a role and get him rolling and get him in that spot, he'll do the exact same thing.
He asked about the Billy and Chuck tag team. How was your relationship with each other, and how was it for you and for Chuck, changing characters, changing partners?
It was awesome. It was good. I mean, it was at the so a lot of people look at what the Chuck and Billy was for what Chuck and Billy was, but it's a lot bigger than that. It was at a point in our career where we were kind of stifled. There was really nothing more for me to do. I feel that's when we get in a position where we don't have, there's no more challenges. And I'm not saying wrestling isn't a challenge. I'm just saying there was really no character challenge for me to do anymore. I've gone from a cowboy to a rockabilly guy to a badass to a guy, Mr. Ass, and then I went to the one, and then all of a sudden I'm gay. Hell yeah. Really, that was a challenge to see if we could make people buy into that. And Chuck had to be on board. It's not just one or the other. Chuck is an awesome dude. He is great. I love him. But at that point in our career, we were just going, hey, do you think we can do this? And we just went, yeah, we can, because we're that good. It was just a huge challenge to make everybody bite on that. And it wasn't supposed to start out like that, but it ended up like that, and they bid it hook, line, and sinker. So it was more of a challenge, a character challenge for us. 95% of the guys play gay guys on TV are not really gay. I'm just going to tell you that, right? They play a character. So that's what we were doing. But for us to make the character work, people have to buy into it. And they bought into it. Because the minute we did it, we were on every social media outlet in the States that you could possibly imagine. So it was kind of cool to see that you could actually pull something off like that. It was a lot of fun. It was just having fun. It was just having fun with something that they gave you that people went, there's no way you can do this. And I go, yes, I can. Oh, yes, I can.
Well, last September, All In, you were in the Battle Royal, in the pre-show. For me, one of the most entertaining Battle Royal I have ever been. You were with your son.
Yeah.
How special was that? And did you give any special advice? Because I don't know for you that your son is following your steps.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was the second or third time we've actually done something together. Like his very first match, me and him tagged together just so I could kind of keep eyes on him and make sure that nobody hurt him. But it's amazing, I can't even put it in words how cool it is and the cooler thing is he's so much better than me, which I love that. That's the thing, he's so much better than I am. But he gets it, and it's so much fun. And for him to do the battle royal, it wasn't so much to be in it as to be in the middle of 15,000 people. That's what I really want, and just in case, you never know what happens. God forbid something happened, he doesn't do this, he has a degree to fall back on, he can teach, do whatever, but I just really wanted the feeling and the what it is to have 15,000 people just looking at you, just losing their minds. So I wanted him to suck that up and understand the feeling of that, and just in case it never happens.
So it was amazing. It was really good. I mean, it was probably one of the best moments of my life. And yeah, that Battle Royal was the best I've ever been in. Like, it was really good. We tried to simulate it this year. Kind of fell short just because you don't have the players. You know what I mean? It wasn't bad, but you just don't have all the same players. When you don't have all the same players, you ain't getting the same plays. You gotta run a couple options. So, but yeah, other than that, yeah, he's gonna do great. So I have no problem with that. He's gonna have a lot of fun at ROH, and I'm just excited because he's looking so good. That's cool.
Como siempre, Suplex, por fin, finally, we talked in 2012, but finally you are here in Santiago, Chile.
I am here. As you could have known for the past 2 hours, solidly signing and taking pictures.
Well, first time in South America, how's been, you came here today?
Oh, it's been good. I mean, I just flew in here and then had to go rest for a little while, but I saw a bunch of mountains, which were really cool, and then I've seen a bunch of cool people. Like, they're all so friendly. They're like hugging you and stuff. I love to be hugged, so this is a perfect place for me.
Well, we want to wish you the best of luck in All Elite Wrestling and all your career. We are humbled to have you here. So if you can say Suplex, because we have a little gift for you. Oh. I know you are not a drink man,
a
but
drinker, yes.
Always, there's always who can come out with Chilean
wine. Mother will enjoy this.
And of course, the colors of our show. This is for you. It is warm, so make it help you out.
Suplex. Chile.
Yes.
El Podcasta.
The podcast.
De la Lucha Libre.
So, final word.
I tried to say that all Spanish and jail.
Don't worry.
I'm like such a redneck.
So, no. Well, you were Smoking Gun, so anything can happen.
That's true, right?
Can you say hi to Suplex and thank you?
Hey, everybody out there, if you're not listening to his El Padre podcast, it's Suplex. We got 2 words for you. Song it.
So elite when I bucket you V-trigger. I need the coupe, bad bitch Mercedes the shimmer. You see it breezing through. Stay on my P's and Q's, low-key with Bushido rules. I Brody Kings, tame war horses and stallions too. Not to be curt, but alley cats get it too. I ain't been the same, Angela Swain. I cripple you, blue fist to injure you. Homicide ending you. Then give them game like Stokely Hathaway interviews.